Hello, everyone. Dr. Frankie Bashan here, and it's Thursday, and I'm excited to be here with you all covering another topic. Before I jump in, I want to say thank you to those like 300 or 400 folks who subscribed to my channel recently. I'm so grateful to you. I appreciate just knowing that you're getting a lot out of what I put out there. So grateful. For those of you that are new to me, I'm a clinical psychologist, a board certified sex therapist. I'm also the CEO of Little Gay Book and Little Black Book Matchmaking. And if you're out there single, dating, swiping, or you've had enough with the apps and you want to meet a quality, kind, solid, professional person, complete a profile on our website. Either if you're queer, go to littlegaybook.com. If you're straight, go to littleblackbookmatchmaking.com and fill out a profile. And if you want to learn about how matchmaking works, what it looks like, what to expect, and that sort of thing, book a call with us. And you can do that on both of the sites as well. So, lastly, I want to say if you like what you're learning here and you want to hear more of it, definitely subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell below, and click all notifications, and you will find out right when we upload a new video to the YouTube channel. And we've got Love, Laughs, and Lessons as well, which is a podcast that I co-host with Denise Ray. And we have an amazing guest on every week covering different topics about relationships, sex, intimacy, communication, conflict resolution, things like that. So just everything you can imagine about interpersonal relationships. That's what we focus on here. So let's just jump in to today's topic, which I'm excited to talk to you all about. Everything you need to know about buying a vibrator. Yes, buying a vibrator. It's important, right? We should all own a vibrator. They're enjoyable, they're pleasurable. Why not? For many of us with vulvas, vibrators have become an indispensable part of our sex life, whether that's solo or partnered sex. They can make stimulation easier and more intense and offer types of sensations we can't achieve with our own bodies alone. Vibrators can make pleasure more powerful, definitely more accessible, and that's something everyone deserves, right? Like pleasure? Yes, say yes to that, right? But they can also be very challenging to shop for. There are a dizzying number of options. Everyone's body's different, and the technology is always changing. I'm going to share what to know to make the best and most informed choices when buying a vibrator. Do you want external stimulation, internal stimulation, or both? These are important questions to ask yourself. The way we like to experience pleasure is intensely personal and unique to each of us, often linked to how we first started masturbating early on in life. For some people with vulvas, they're looking mainly for stimulation of their clitoris or external stimulation. This might be true if you mostly masturbate or you get pleasure from partners rubbing your clitoris with their fingers or by grinding up against something. For others, penetration of some kind is key to feeling the most pleasure, and they may be looking for G-spot stimulation above all else. Maybe you know you like both, or that you want an all-purpose vibrator that can be used for a variety of purposes or with a variety of partners. Answering these questions first is really helpful in narrowing down what broad category of vibrator you're actually going to be looking for and that's going to work for you. An external vibrator might be shaped like a wand or a small palm-sized object. Some may have two prongs. Internal vibrators will have a more extended, often curved shape. Some might be phallic or shaped like traditional dildos, while some will be less representational, like rabbit-style vibrators try to offer the best of both worlds, with an insertable internal vibrator and also an external extension designed to stimulate your clitoris at the same time. What kind of sensation do you like? It's very personal. Even within the categories of external or internal stimulation, we all like radically different types of sensations. When it comes to vibrators, these are two types of categories to keep in mind: the intensity of the vibration and whether the vibration is more buzzy or more rumbly. Intensity is perhaps the easier of the two to, to parse out. When you're masturbating or being touched by a partner, do you generally like fast, firm touches or soft, gentle ones? Does it sometimes feel like touching your actual clitoris feels too intense or overwhelming and you prefer being touched near or around it? If so, then a more gentle vibrator might be a good fit for you. or one that uses two prongs to provide stimulation around the clitoris instead of directly on top of it. Alternatively, if you frequently find it takes you forever to orgasm or can only orgasm with very intense pressure or stimulation, a higher intensity vibrator might be a good fit for you. Rumbly versus buzzy is a bit less obvious. Rumbly vibrations have a lower frequency, which may feel less immediately intense and be felt deeply in the body. Think about a deep tissue massage with the masseuse's whole hand rather than pinpoint pressure with fingertips. Rumbly vibrators, and there's a discount code, by the way, within the notes section of my talk today. So make sure to check that out. It's through Inclusive Joy. The rumbly vibrators may feel more like sensation building up over time, and some people with more sensitive vulvas find them a better fit. Buzzy vibrators, there's also a discount code as well, work at a higher frequency and they target a smaller area and are usually external vibrators. If you've historically only been able to come using intense stimulation directly to your clitoris, a buzzy vibrator might be your preference, maybe even a pinpoint vibrator. Oh my gosh, so much to consider, right? Are you using it for yourself, dates, or both? Some vibrators are personal items for solo sex only. Or, for others who enjoy using toys in their partnered life, vibrators are a big part of dating and relationships too. If you're planning on using your vibrator for yourself only, then you should feel empowered to choose exactly what feels most suited for you. If you're planning on using your vibrator with others, you should definitely still prioritize your own pleasure, but there may be additional considerations to factor in. For instance, if you're using a vibrator with different partners, you may want to prioritize something that can be easily sanitized or commit to using condoms over any of the toys you use with partners, and that's a really pretty easy fix. What are other considerations that you need to consider, right? To have. Our lives are rich and complex and may influence what would work best for us in a vibrator. For instance, if you live with others, family or roommates, it may be important to you that any toy you buy is as quiet as possible. Nobody wants to be embarrassed by feeling like somebody's hearing us, or you find out that somebody did hear you. If you travel frequently or are in a long distance relationship, you may want something more portable or that plugs in to avoid forgetting a charger. If you or your partners have any disabilities related to fine motor skills or grip, it may be easier to use something with a larger handle and surface area like a Hitachi Magic Wand rather than a small, fine pinpoint vibrator. Everyone, regardless of other needs or considerations, should make sure to prioritize using body-safe materials. And you should be able to, there's so many different companies, and they're on Amazon. Temu is another site that may be a little more affordable, but they're often cheap because they're made of materials that aren't safe to use or on delicate mucous membranes like low-grade plastic. That includes most jelly-style translucent toys. When looking for a vibrator, try to find ones that are coated in medical-grade silicone. This should be easy at a reputable, dedicated sex toy distributor, because you're going to go on Amazon, you can find all sorts of options. Just a lot of them are really inexpensive and they're made with cheap materials that can just cause irritation, aren't great for our bodies. Can you buy online or do you need to shop in person? Both options have their pros and cons. Buying online means you have the widest possible choice of selections and any vibrator sold by any company, basically, and can shop discreetly and from within the comfort of your own home. It may also be easier to find sales and discount codes. Sex toys can be really expensive. It adds up quickly. However, shopping at a store where you're talking to somebody, right, one-on-one, and they're super informed. These folks who work at these sex shops know a ton about all the products. So you may be able to, hold a sample. You may be able to feel the vibration. You may be able to, you can ask tons of questions. It may mean you can be more confident about your purchase, which is a priority for many. Sex toys can be really expensive. You don't want to invest in one that you're actually find to be a total dud, doesn't work for you. And brick and mortar shops are often staffed by, like I said, really, really smart, knowledgeable, experienced employees who can help you make the best possible purchase for you and your needs. They may even suggest options that you didn't even consider. If you've never visited a sex shop in person, it can feel intimidating. But in today's world, there are options besides the tawdry back alley shops you may be thinking of. Many cities now have independently owned feminist sex shops that may be a better fit for you. It's worth looking into, and know that once you get in there, they're so like comfortable talking about sex, and they know people get uncomfortable walking in there asking questions, so they make it super, super comfortable for you. So get in there, find a shop that is reputable, professional. There are plenty of them, especially if you live in a large metropolitan city. If not, and you're in a, far away, too far from a big city, then certainly look online, but look for good, solid companies. And I should have a list in my notes below. So I hope you all found this talk today to be helpful. And I will see you all next week. Big hugs, kisses. Take care, everyone.